Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a day in the life of a travel agent. I'm going to take you along everything that I'm working on today and just what a typical day looks like for me. Now, I've been getting some feedback that you guys like the day in the life, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. They are a little more time intensive in order to make when it comes to the editing side of it, so I don't put out a lot of them, or I don't really like to do a lot of them for that reason, because I don't like to spend too much time editing videos. But if you guys like day in the life videos, I'm going to start filming more of them. I even got this new camera that I'm using today, so hopefully everything works out well. I'm going to just be filming everything today and hoping that this camera is working, that my mic is working. This is literally my first time using it. I got the, what is it called? The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or something like that it's called. And it's actually a really good camera for you travel agents. So I'll probably do a review of this camera once I get to know it a little better. But this is like the perfect camera to take with you on your travels, because when I've gone to different resorts and things like that, I take my Canon M50, I think it is, and it's not like a fairly large camera, but it's still it's still kind of heavy. It's still you know kind of it stands out pretty much. So when I was doing like room tours or resort tours, things like that, it would have been nice to have something like this. So I probably will do a tech video for you guys too, because we also bought a DJI drone like a year or so ago as well to take with us when we travel. And then my husband also uses it for his real estate business too, so it kind of works out. But anyway, yeah, I'm checking out this new camera and we'll see how it goes. So let me just give you like a rundown of what my day looks like today. So sometimes, guys, things just don't go as planned, and that's okay, because I was supposed to get up, and I tried to get up anywhere between 4:30 and 5:30. Hope more than likely between 4:30 and 5. But yesterday I made the really poor decision to have coffee at like 6 o'clock. I went to Dutch Bros and got me another coffee, because I needed to get some more things done. And I kind of took a break in the middle of the day, so I was like, okay, I'll stay up for a while and get more work done. But I could not go to sleep last night. I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, just tossing and turning, trying to go to sleep, because I drank coffee too late in the day. So that set my morning back. And if you've been watching some of my other videos, you know that I am in this process of doing two-a-days. So if you don't have a history of being an athlete or anything like that, two-a-days are where you work out twice a day. Yes, I'm working out twice a day. And so what I've been doing is waking up early in the morning, doing my cardio workout for that first workout, and then the second workout is usually weightlifting. So I did not get up at 4:30 or 5 this morning because I was up till like 3 o'clock, and I didn't do my cardio workout, right? But I've kind of I'm holding myself accountable with what do I want to call it? I don't know. I'm holding myself accountable, and the way that I'm doing that, I'm giving y'all all the tea right now. So here's a little insight into my personal finances, right? So me and my husband, we get the same amount of money anytime he gets paid or I get paid, right? So and I mean that to our personal accounts. So yeah, obviously me and him make different amounts of money. But when we get paid, it doesn't matter if it's the day that I get paid or the day that he gets paid, we get the exact same amount to our what we call our side pocket fund. And so that's our money to just do whatever we want, right? And this was a game changer for, now I'm giving y'all marriage advice. This was a game changer for us in our marriage because I'm the spender, he's the saver, right? So when you put your finances together and, one person is more frugal than the other, that can cause issues as far as like, oh, well, maybe that y'all have different priorities, right? Y'all value different things, and you spend your money differently. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to find solutions. So what we do is we both get the same amount of money, no matter if it's the day that he gets paid or I get paid. Um, Money is deposited into both of our accounts. And then, so what I'm doing to hold myself accountable is that I said that I was going to stick to my two-a-days for 2 weeks, okay? 5 days a week. for 2 weeks. And if I don't do it, I don't get my next side pocket deposit. Okay. And I'm the spender. You heard me, right? I'm the spender. So that is holding me accountable. So even though I didn't get up this morning at 5, what I'm planning to do, because I want, so kind of one of the things that I just picked up too with this whole little workout thing is I started trying to do cycling, or I don't know if it's considered spin. I'm just going to call it cycling, right? So I went out and got this seat cushion for the bike because, oh my God, the first 2 days that I started doing cycling, but my bum was so sore. Like, even sitting on any type of chair after that was really uncomfortable because the seats are so hard. I don't know if you've ever been on one of those stationary bikes that they have now in gyms and for spin. It's not like back in the day when I was an athlete. I've been on spin bikes and stationary bikes, and the seat was never that hard. But I don't know if that has something to do with like the whole technique of it all, that the seat needs to be concrete. But I end up going to get me a seat cushion for the bikes. But I say all that to say there is a cycling class today at 5 p.m. And since I woke up late, my plan is to do everything I need to do just because, like, y'all, I have no energy to work out right now. I'm not even going to kid myself and waste time going to the gym right now if I know it's not going to be a good workout, if I know I'm not going to be able to really focus on it, because in my mind, all I'm thinking about is I'm behind in my day. So I want to go to that spin class that's at 5:30. So I'm probably going to do that. And then my goal to make sure that I still hit my what is it? So I still hit my 2 days, 2 days is that I'm going to take an hour break, maybe an hour and a half after that spin class, and then I'm going to do my lifting workout, right? So that's what I'm going to consider my 2 workouts for the day. I'll just take a big long break, maybe go get a snack, go get a protein shake, something like that, rest a little bit, and then go back and do my weightlifting. So that's how I'm going to do my workout for the day. But normally, like I said, I'll do one in the morning, I'll do one in the evening, but things don't always go as you plan, so you got to roll with it, right? And that relates to even being a travel agent. Things are not going to always go as you plan them, so you just got to roll with it. So what else do I want to tell y'all? Let me tell you what I'm doing today. Sorry if this intro is a lot of talking, but I'm trying to catch y'all up. And, like I said, this series is basically you're just coming along with me as I am building a travel agency from scratch. So it's just real life. I'm not going to be, not fabricating, but, manufacturing these scenes and, including things in my schedule that I wouldn't typically do just so I could film it. I'm just making this as realistic as possible. Okay. So that being said, today my number one thing for the business that I need to do is I want to finish the website. Now, right now it's 9 o'clock, and that is a big goal. Okay, I think that's pushing it. I'm probably not going to be able to finish the website in one day, but I'm going to try. I did start working on the homepage yesterday, and so I'll show you guys that. But the problem is, I feel like if I was using Wix, I would knock this website out for sure within a couple of hours, right? A few hours. But like I said in my other video, first of all, Wix should sponsor me, okay? Wix, if you're watching this video, I talk about your platform constantly, and I just love Wix, okay? So if you want to sponsor your girl, reach out. My email is down below in the description. But that being said, I chose to go with Squarespace for my travel business as we're getting started, and I explained why. So if you don't know, go watch my previous video. But I still have Wix for my coaching business, right? So the side of my business where I teach you guys, different things in the travel business, how to run your business, all of that stuff is still ran on Wix. But anyway, so Squarespace, I haven't used it in years. So I'm sorry if my voice is cracking. Like I said, I'm just now waking up and getting my day started. I haven't had coffee and I barely had water so far. But I'm getting used to Squarespace again and, learning how to use it and all of those things. So I'm not as quick with it. And then I don't know if it's just my internet, so I'm not going to blame it on Squarespace just yet. But the process of editing on Squarespace right now, yesterday anyway, was really slow. Like when I made an adjustment or I changed something, it took it a minute to update the change and then save it and all of that stuff. So, that could be my internet. So I'm not going to blame that on Squarespace just yet. We'll see. All right, so that's what I need to do today is work on that website. Now, typically what I like to do is I just come over here and make me a cup of coffee right here. Oh, it's focused on my face, so it might not show you guys. And I don't know how to, let me see. How do you take it off? Oh, okay, I think I just hit that button. Okay, yeah, maybe. Anyway, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I usually just come over here and make me a cup of coffee with my old school coffee maker. You know, it's nothing fancy, and it gets the job done. It's so, you know, I don't have a Keurig. I used to have one, but it's just I like this type of coffee better. I feel like I'm not gonna say I have more authentic coffee. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to put the face lock back. Oh, the joys of learning a new camera. Okay, that might be it. Okay, no, this says selfie thingy is off. Okay, now it's on. Are we? Nope, nope. Okay, man. Alrighty. What does that button do? I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. Nope. Okay, so it says it's on. Let me just. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording for a second. All right, so the joys of figuring out new technology. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't have a Keurig or any type of fancy coffee like that. I just use a regular old drip coffee. Um, Now, so typically I would make me a cup of coffee and get started. But on days like this, when I'm really sleepy and I'm not quite awake just yet, I need a minute to let my body wake up, to let my brain regulate, especially because I didn't get as much sleep as I would like. So I'm going to take my morning drive to the coffee shop, and then I'm going to bring you guys along with that. And then when we get back, then I'll go in my office and show you the website and kind of how I'm building that whole system. Okay, so I'm getting my coffee today, and I got an extra shot of espresso because, like I told you, I've been up since 3 o'clock. Well, no, I went to bed at 3 o'clock, so I'm not like extremely sleepy because I slept in, but I'm gonna get this extra kick of coffee because we're gonna be sitting at the computer for most of the day working on my website. And that can be entertaining, but I mean, it could also be a little boring too. I usually put on a TV show while I'm doing it, so we'll see. Try not to talk too loud because I'm not used to vlogging in public. Um, I'm just now getting back to the whole vlogging thing. I normally just film in my office, so hopefully with this mic y'all can still hear me because I'm not trying to talk too loud. So yeah, I'm just waiting on my coffee now, and then we can go back home. Oh, thank you. You're looking great. Yummy, yummy. I can definitely tell it's gonna wake me up. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna get ready to head back home. Um, and then we're gonna get to it. So I'll see y'all back at the crib. Okay, guys, so I'm back at home. Oh wait, let me turn my microphone on. Cause I think this thing does have it did say it has a mic or something like that inside of the DJI thingy majig itself. But I'm gonna put this on just in case to make sure that you can hear me really good. So it's not a waste of footage. Now, that being said, I'm back in my office. And so when I first got in here, I really didn't show you that. I picked up everything a little bit because I can't work in like chaos. And my husband has been out of town. So my mom came over last night and we were in my office and, you know, she's trying to get on YouTube and things like that. So I was helping her. And then I had just got this camera that I'm using today. And so the unpackaging and all the boxes and stuff was everywhere. So I need to clean that up. So that's the first thing I do. So if I finish the night before and I don't pick up my office or I don't straighten it up for the next day, then the next time I come in here to work, I have to organize it before I work. And I put everything back in its place because I can't work in like that kind of chaos. So I try to pick up my office the best I can and make it look decent in here. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the work day today. Okay, I'm gonna set this down. Okay, yeah, I like this little camera so far. It's just sitting on my desk, so I'm just, you know, trying it out here. Now, I am getting ready to work on this website. That's going to be the majority of today, I'm sure. So let me get my computer on. And if you don't know, or if you're new to this series, this is a series where I am building a travel agency from scratch, and then I'm bringing you along the journey, right? So you would know how to do it as well. I'm gonna have to go get my charger, I see. Or is it in here? Oh, yes, in here already. Yay. Okay, so if you're new, I'm building, this whole series is about building a travel agency from scratch. And I'm just showing you guys the ins and outs and how that looks on a day-to-day basis and what you should be doing as well. So today is day 4, if I'm not mistaken. It is day 4. We're finishing up the website, like I said. And if you want the guide that I created, so I created a travel agent startup workbook pretty much that's going to walk you through 90 days of setting up your business. I'm going to leave that in the description below. Just click the link. So where it says description, just hit more so that you can see all of the description. And then the link is going to be in that description. And so that workbook is a guide, right? So it's showing you basically everything that I'm doing along this journey as well. And so you can look ahead, right? You could see what's coming. You can see what I've worked on. And then the best part about it is that the workbook has guided questions. It has like a interactive portion of the workbook. So asking you questions in order to get the answers that you need for your business, right? So how to find your niche, how to set up your website, all those kind of things. It's diving into the behind the scenes of it and how to get the information that you need. So I'm going to leave that in the description below as well. Alrighty, so that being said, I need to decide if I'm going to, oh Lord, let me pull up Squarespace. There's Canva. Okay, let me just check my email too while I'm at it. So, and then I'm going to put my camera on the charger. Just make sure I don't have any. I kind of browse through my emails. Obviously, we don't have clients or anything like that yet. But I did go ahead and sign up with some of the vendors that I'm going to be working with. So I'm just making sure they don't need anything from me. Because I'm still waiting to hear back. Okay. Alrighty. So who is you guys' favorite hotel brand? I'm just curious. I honestly believe right now Hyatt is mine. And I don't know if it's because and the Hyatt Inclusive collection. I don't know if it's because that's kind of like where I fell in love with travel, if you will. That's where my destination wedding was. And if you don't know, after my destination wedding, that's what got me into the travel industry, right? So that is the experience that, you know, kind of put this profession in front of me. And I've been hooked on travel and creating a travel business ever since. All right, so that being said, I wanted to show you guys. Now this is unorganized, but that's okay. Because this is, you know, uh-oh. Come on, I'm back. Okay, hold on, I messed up something. It done lost the subject. No, okay, I'm gonna learn this camera. Just give me a minute. Is it this button? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Okay, y'all give me a second. Oh, okay, it's that one. Okay, so wait. Okay, there we go. Tracking enabled. Okay, come on back to center. Okay, there we go. All right, so I want to show you guys this because this is just how I've been working. I'm just trying to make sure there's no like important information that I don't want to show y'all, like personal information. Okay, so it looks like it's a bunch of notes. All right, so what I did is write down. So even before I started to work on my website, and I'm going to show you guys my screen in this video in just a minute, but I kind of want to give you some context. So I wonder how well this camera shows you this, but this is just a piece of paper. And before I started to build out my website, the first thing that I did was decide what my system would look like as far as the client intake process, right? So when a client first reaches out to us, so they fill out the contact form, what does that look like? What is our process? How do we communicate that whole situation? So I thought about that first so that I would know what elements my website would need in order to execute that system, right? So this is just a really rough draft of it. I haven't even made a SOP document yet. So this is kind of just how I did it. So the first thing I have here, and I'm going to tell you mine, but guys, I'm telling you, don't just do what I do, because that might not work for you, right? That might not work for your ideal client. You need to figure out what is the best way that your audience wants you to communicate with them. What does that look like? So, I don't know, depending on who your client is, they might prefer to communicate with you through Instagram DMs or something, and that's just an example, not a recommendation, because that might be a little chaotic to keep up with. Let me see this on. Yeah, okay. So I'm just giving you kind of the system that I came up with so far, and don't be so stuck on your processes when you create them, okay? Because once you start bringing in clients, you might need to adjust some things. You might notice that, okay, well, people don't really respond to the email that I send at this point, so maybe we should just X that. Maybe calling them right away does the trick better than sending a text message. Like whatever that is, you're going to be testing out your systems and seeing what works best. So that being said, what I came up with was, so after they use the contact us form on our website, they're going to get an automatic confirmation email. And I haven't set this up yet, but I'm hoping that Squarespace has something like that where it would automatically deliver some type of automated email, right? Like I said, I normally use Wix, so we're going to see what Squarespace can do. And then the second thing, so after they receive that initial confirmation, just letting them know, okay, your form did go through, because sometimes when people fill out a form and you hit submit, you can't really tell if it actually submitted, right? So you're like, oh, did it go through? Because nothing pops up to let you know that. So we want to make sure that that's in place, and we'll probably use like the email for that, right? And then the second thing is after that, we're going to call them to confirm their interest, right? So we want to get them on the phone, and we're just going to be basically asking them. We're not necessarily, we are qualifying, so I won't say that, but we're not at this point. We're not trying to understand what their needs are or what they're looking for as far as detailed information to plan them a trip. This phone call is to confirm that they're interested in our service, and then to qualify them in the sense that they're looking for a service that we provide, and to build rapport. That's what we want to do on this call. It's not going to be long, talking like 5 minutes or less, introducing ourselves, confirming the interest, and then building the rapport. And then on this call, we're going to let them know, hey, I'm getting ready to send you, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but basically the questionnaire to where we get all the information we need in order to pull quotes. So I'm going to say, hey, something like, after, as soon as we get off the phone, check your email, because I'm getting ready to send you the questionnaire or the form that I need in order to pull you a custom quote. and start working on your personalized itinerary, whatever the case may be. So that's what that call is going to be. And then we're going to send them that questionnaire or that form. Okay. And then after we receive that, now I'm just telling you my whole process right now. After we receive that, then we're going to start working on the actual proposal. And then after we have the proposal, then we're going to schedule the follow-up meeting to go over any adjustments, to present the proposal, to answer any questions that they have, and then we will move on to the booking after that. Okay. So that's kind of, I needed to know what those first interactions with the client would look like so that we would know what we needed on the website. So you need to do the same thing, right? You need to think about, okay, well, how is my client going to contact me? How are they going to reach out to me? And what is that system going to look like? Because it can't be all over the place. You need something that's going to work in a system format so that the more clients you get, you're staying organized, okay? So that's that. That's the first thing I did. I'm just catching y'all up on what I did yesterday. And then I came up with the pages that I wanted on my website. So here, if you can see it, this is a list of the pages that I wanted to be on the site. So I know we need a home page, okay? And I told you I kind of started on that already. Now, I'm going to have a service page, but because it's going to take time to really build out this website, I want to go ahead and get the website up and at least running. And then I'm going to work on the service page over time. But our services will be displayed on the home page. So this part of the service page I'm talking about is like its own page on the website where they can go and get more detailed information. But they will be able to see a general knowledge of what the services are from the home page. Okay. And then we're going to have a contact us section or some form or some way for them to contact us. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but how I'm planning to set up our marketing strategy is going to be through LinkedIn. So I did say that I wanted a link to our LinkedIn in the footer of the website. So I have that down there. And then I have newsletter on here. And I have it on here. I'll say that. Now, I might not get it up for the first launch of the business. We'll see. But we'll see. We'll see about that. But it is something that I want to incorporate, even if we don't get it done right away. And then I have a portion for our founder. So basically, it's almost like an About Us portion, if you will. And then we will have a press page. So obviously we don't have any press right now. We're brand new. But that is something that we do want on the site. And then what else am I having? I am going to have IG on the footer too, just like where they can link to it. We're not focusing heavily on Instagram right off the bat. But that will be there as well. And then also in the footer, I'm going to do my terms and condition, the privacy policy, and then the cookies policy as well. And so those are the main key points of the website that I need to work on today. So with that being said, I think I'm going to turn off my new little handy dandy camera and get you guys on the computer. Okay, guys, so this is Squarespace. This is the back end of Squarespace. And this is my homepage so far, okay? So I'm going to walk you through what I set up yesterday, and then I'm going to finish doing that. So here we go. And I'll walk you through some of this, but I'm not going to film the entire time of me doing all of this website because, excuse me, because it would be me just looking at the screen. So I'm going to show you what I have now, what I worked on yesterday, and then I'll come back before I take my next break or whatever and show you what I've made so far. And then I'll just keep you updated along the way, right? So my biggest advice to you guys, and I'm just going to give you some tips as we go through this. My biggest advice is that if you're going to do your own website, which you totally can, you need to know a little bit about design, right? So you need to understand that most of the time, the more simpler the website looks, the less compacted it is, the less that you are cramming text and information and images and all those things the more professional it's going to look, right? Now, I'm just going to be very frank with you guys. I've seen some of y'all websites, and for lack of a better word, they're ugly. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. And and I don't like to see those because I say that with a heart of love. Okay. Um, I want when you guys create your websites, if you're doing it yourself. Now, if you feel like, okay, I just can't get it done, I I know nothing about design. Like, if not even know anything about design, if you cannot follow, if you feel like you're somebody who can't follow step by step instructions, more of a like a plug and play type of design, then I would say hire somebody to do your website. If you feel like I could follow step by step instructions, I could follow a plug and play system, um, as just following, okay, we'll click this how you add that. Then I would say let me know by filling out the form, I'll leave it below, that you would be interested in like a website boot camp basically for travel, excuse me, for travel agents. And that is something that I could work on putting together because it's really simple to build out a website. It's really just time consuming, honestly. So if you feel like you can follow step by step instructions, then let me know by completing the form that I'm going to leave in the description. It'll say something like, I'm interested in the website bootcamp or something like that. Okay. Um, yeah. So because sometimes I'll go to some of you guys' sites and you can tell that it is very amateur based, right? And you have to think about it, about perception, right? You have to think about, like, okay, if I ask yourself, if you truly landed on your website and you didn't know this business from a can of paint, would you trust that they're professional, that they're legit, that is somebody that you want to spend thousands of dollars with. Okay. So I want you to really evaluate you guys' website and then compare it to the industry standards. So go and find people in your niche who are doing well, who are thriving in the travel industry. Even go and find, if you know who your audience is, so if you understand that process of really knowing who your ideal client is, then you should also know the other brands that they are attracted to, and then go look at their websites, so you can understand what your potential client perceives as professional, or something that they would be attracted to when it comes to website and branding. Because I know me, if I go to a website and the logo isn't transparent, like they have that little square background, and they didn't understand how to pull that out of there, and the website, the entire background is gray and everything just looked really amateur, I don't trust that site. That's just me being honest with you guys. So yeah, that's my rant on the websites. This is like your first impression. When you see people or you're meeting new people, we all operate on that first impression. Okay, what is my impression of this person? And that's what people are doing when they see your website. It's their first impression to decide, is this a real business and do I trust it? And you might be the best travel agent out there. And if your website is sucky, then it's going to limit the amount of clients that you can get and the clients that are going to trust you, right? So let your website work for you, basically. And all that being said, let me go ahead and show y'all this. So disregard these right here because I haven't made it to that. This is a template that I use inside of Squarespace, and then I'm customizing it as I go. So as you know, we're focusing on St. Lucia. The business is called Elysian St. Lucia. So obviously you see our brand name here. This is a video of St. Lucia. And I'll also, while I have you guys here, I'll show you where I get my images and my videos and things like that. And then where you can too. And I will do my best to think off the top of my head, but you can also Google it, or just ask ChatGPT for the free sites that you can use. Things like, I think Shutterstock might cost. I'm not sure. They might have a free version, but there's Shutterstock. There's I think there's one that's called like Pixel or Pix something. Just Google free stock footage, and like free stock videos, those type of things, and websites will come up. Um, I'm trying to think of the other ones. Unsplash is one. Canva has, if you have, I don't know if Canva offers it just to the paid version, but they also have stock images and stock footage. Now that I think it is available to the free plan on Canva, but don't quote me. You might need the paid version. But you'd also have access to stock video and footages through Canva. Now, me particularly, there's also things like Envato. I'm trying to think of the other one I used to use. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, the one I use the most is Adobe Stock Images because I have an Adobe membership. My computer's about to die. Give me 1 second, because that's gonna suck. Where? Why are we not plugged up? Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Okay. I'm plugging my computer because I'm filming on my computer. And if it dies and I lose all this content, I'm going to be upset. Okay. Are we charging? All right, we're charging. All right. So, like I was saying, I have an Adobe subscription. So I have like the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite or whatever. So I have all the Adobe tools, and one of those things are Adobe Stock. And so I have access to like the videos and the photos and all this other stuff here. I really don't use all that. I use the font sometimes too. But I love having access to Adobe. I love using Adobe, to edit videos, to use Photoshop, all those things. I use Adobe a lot in my business. But anyway, that's where I got my video from here. And then Adobe, and I'm sure there's other platforms out there, also has AI generated footage, right? So this video, I'm going to tell y'all this, but my clients aren't going to be able to tell this. This video is AI generated, and let me see if it'll start over. You might not be able to see it, but you can AI generated images and footage. I have not figured out how to really customize, use those platforms to where the pictures are just like pristine, and there's like no, not, it doesn't look funny in certain places, or they don't have 8 fingers when they should have 5. I'm trying to think of that one platform that everybody uses. It's like a Discord or something. I don't know. But I haven't figured out how to use all that. So Adobe has an AI system integrated into their thing. It's not perfect, but it can get the job done. And so this video is actually AI generated. And if I expand it, let me see if you can actually tell. So you probably can't tell just because it's moving quickly, and so they're not gonna be able to tell either. But some of those houses aren't placed properly, like, but you would really have to zoom in and really be looking for that, and nobody's doing that. So this works, and that's where I got this video from, and then that's also where I get a lot of my photos and things like that that I use on my website. So don't feel like you have to, oh, well, my website looks pretty plain and dull because I haven't been to this place. I don't have the footage. I don't have my own photos. You don't need it. If it's going to live on your website, I don't feel like it's a problem in paying for the rights to use certain images if they're going to be on your website for a while, right? If you're not going to be interchanging your photos often, as far as like your hero images, things that are going to live on there for a minute, then invest in that. So that's where I get all that. So let me show you what I've done so far. This is our hero image, right? So the first thing that the client sees when they come to the website. And then in Squarespace, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this too. You always want to make sure that you're optimizing your site for mobile. Okay, so when I first put these elements together, it's not necessarily properly aligned for the mobile version. And so you have to go in here and make sure that the spacing is correct, and that it looks appealing on mobile, because a lot of people are doing things on their phone. So don't neglect the mobile version. Now, this is our hero image, right? So here we have our tagline. Remember I told you about our tagline. So you want to come up with something like that for yourself. And this is just kind of a generic description of who we are, right? So I created that. I added the logo here, and then more text to give more insight into who we are and how we could service our clients. All right, so I'm just going to keep going down. And this is where I stopped yesterday. So I was telling you guys a minute ago, I want to actually have a service page on my website, but for the sake of getting started and moving forward with the business, I'm just going to put the services on the homepage like I'm starting right now. And so these are the detailed services that we are offering, and I'm going to continue working on that here in a minute. But just to show you guys how easy it is to design these websites, let me show you. So if I needed, so this is part of the template, right? So this was already here because this is where I stopped yesterday. So everything that I'm showing you right now, I've already customized, I've already changed. But like here is part of the template. And I like to leave the template suggestions as I'm going through the website. And then I remove it if I don't need it, or because I could use it as like a base for whatever information that I need, right? So whatever I'm going to put here in this section, if I don't need that big image and all that, I could just remove it and then add my own section. So if I click that, I could, let me make sure you can still see. Let me move myself over to the side. I can add any of these elements to that square. So if I wanted to put a video there, if I want to put image there, if I want to put quotes there, so it would give me suggestions and kind of like a style guide, if you will, to enter right there, right? So, and I'm probably going to put like the press situation right there, and probably use something like, oops, I'm trying to move that, like this here, where I could display different things that were featured in. So, yeah, that's as simple as it is. And if I wanted to add a blank section, I could do that too. And then I could add the individual elements myself. So if I needed to add a button or I needed to add a form, um, all I have to do is go over here to add a block, and then you could add any of these things as well. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so that's what I'm about to do. I'm finna get to it. It is 10:45. I'm going to work until I feel like I need to stop for a minute, and then I'll probably have lunch. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, guys, so I am back. I just took a break from working on my website, and I did finish the homepage. I just have a few more pages to continue to work on, but I'm going to stop because it is 12:30 and I'm hungry. So I need to make me something for lunch, and then I'm going to go back to it until it's time to go to that workout class. And I feel like it's coming along well. As far as the website goes, I am trying to make it as simple as possible right now, and then I'll continue to build on it. So I want things, like I said earlier, I do want things in it like the press page and the different type of experiences. I do want to be more detailed in some of those experiences that we can highlight. And then I'm also I'm thinking about doing like packages too on there as well, kind of like starting points to give people an idea. But I might not get to all of that today. So my goal is to get it set up professionally enough to launch it and to go ahead and publish it, so that I can move to other things, like reaching out to different publications and things like that, so we can start to get our name out there. But we want to make sure that we have something professional, that they're going to go back and look, right? So because if you're sending people your business, they're obviously going to check the website. So I want something, that's going to look professional and then get us started, right? And then we could build on it. That's the best thing about learning how to do your website on your own, instead of hiring somebody, is that you can always be updating it. And you don't have to pay somebody for that every time you need to make a change or you need to implement something new in your business. So I'm going to put you guys down here. All right, so basically I'm getting ready to make myself some lunch. But before I do that, I'm going to take one of these hydration packs just because I didn't sleep well, as you know, or I didn't sleep long. Hate when the powder flies everywhere. And I had coffee this morning. And sometimes when I drink coffee throughout the day, I don't drink enough water as I should. So doing this hydration makes me feel better. So I'm just mixing up my hydration. Hopefully that's not too loud. Okay. So now that I did that, put my top back on. Should stir pretty good. Okay. So that way I have that. So I don't have to worry about remembering to drink water. All right, y'all, so I'm back at home. It is now 7:54. So the workout class went longer than I was expecting, and she really kicked our butts. Like I did a cycling class, and I just started doing this whole cycling thing. So it was pretty intense, but it was a good workout. My legs are like completely dead. So I don't think I'm gonna work on the website anymore tonight. I think what I'm gonna do is just take a bath, eat. Hold on, because my dog's making 1,000 noises. So what I'm going to do is not work on my website for tonight. I'll save that for tomorrow. I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to edit this video because I want to get it up tomorrow. And then that's going to be it for tonight. I did want to show you guys some of the stuff I worked on today, but I'll just tell you about it. I'll tell you about it in the next video because it's been a long day and I'm exhausted. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna, go into more detail on the website and show you everything that I've created and kind of why and the behind the scenes of it all. So make sure you stay tuned for day 5. It's gonna be, and then also don't forget, if you're interested in the internship, that link is gonna be below in the description. So I'll see y'all in the next one.